Hey, it's Sarah, and I'm going to be doing a video about the cloth pads that I'm going to be taking on a 6 to 7 day road trip. We haven't decided if we're going to split the last day into 2 days or just do one long drive. I mean, you never know with kids, so if they can last that long in the car, then we will be doing a 6-day road trip. So, oh, my phone. Okay. So what I have first is I have 5 of these Glad Rag panty liners. These are the regular size. I do have a 6th one running around. It's probably in one of my bags. I'll find it later. I have my Party in My Pants small pads. I have 6 of these. Beach bottoms, I have 3 of the 10-inch. These are moderates. I also have 4 of the diamond shaped beach bottoms. So these are the Leak Freak pattern. Then these are heavy pads. This is a 12-inch pink lemonade. I have 13-inch pink lemonade. I have 5 of those. And then I have 8 of these Party in My Pants. These are the queen size pad. So these are my overnight pads. Now actually, with the number of pads that I have, and if I get my cup to work, I most likely will not have to wash in the hotel washer. So this is the cup I might use. I also ordered a Super Jenny. It's supposed to be here before we leave. So I'm going to be trying the Super Jenny while we're on the road. So hopefully I won't have to wash pads in the hotel room. But if I do, let me tell you what I do. So this is actually my same routine for our community washing machine. Our building shares one washer. There's 4 apartments. So what I do is at home I just soak in a bucket. But when I am at my grandparents' house or my mom's house, what I do is I have these mesh bags. This is a pretty decent sized bag. If my tripod was taller, you could see. But these are awesome mesh bags. I got them from the Glad Rags website. I can link their site below. But these have held up so much better than the ones that I got from Target and another local grocery store. Can't remember which one, but these have lasted so well and I use them constantly. So what I'll do is I will rinse in the sink when I'm ready to wash. So I'm going to have to wash diapers on the road, so just whenever I'm ready to start a load of diapers, I will rinse in the sink, spot treat stains with my stain stick. I'm using the Ethique stain stick. I can also link that below. Or I have a bunch of Farmers stain stick also running around. And then I put my pads in these mesh laundry bags. And that way I make sure that none of my little liners disappear. So I have several of these. I think I have 6 of these. And I use them for clothes too. They're a very good size. I think each bag gets washed like 3 times a week. And these have held up really well. So that's what I do. And in between storing and wash days, I dry store. And when I'm on the road, I use this Grovia wet bag. It's a pretty good size. It holds like 2 to 3 days worth of pads. Alright, so when I am traveling, So either by airplane or road trips, what I do is I have these Planetwise clutches, and I organize my pads in here. I have 3 clutches now. This one is a cotton fabric. This is a polyester fabric. I can't remember the term that they used for these. This fabric. I'll have to look it up. But these hold so many pads. So let me pack these up and I will show you how I use these on road trips. Alright, so I have these packed up 3 different ways. So this first one is if I'm expecting my period to start and I just want to wear panty liners. So what I would do is I would carry an extra pair of underwear just in case. 3 liners. So these are the Party in My Pants liners. I would carry a moderate, a heavy, and then a really heavy pad, because sometimes, you know, you might start with a really heavy flow and then sometimes you start with a light flow. So I like to be prepared just in case. Now this next one is if you're having like a medium to heavy flow. Always put a pair of underwear in here. I have 2 moderate pads. Two heavies. And then a super heavy pad. And then I would pack these up, like if I'm having a moderate day, is I have 3 moderates in here. These are 10 inches, this is 11 inch. A super heavy pad, and then a pair of underwear. So it just kind of depends on day to day. Like I'll have both backups. So if I just have a moderate day and I just want moderate pads, and I use my moderate pads out of one bag, then I will just put this in my like extras bag and then grab the moderate pouch. That way I don't have to be in a parking lot in the back of my car, you know, organizing my pads. So that's how I do that. Is I just kind of keep them separated to what I would use at home, like for that day, for what I'm expecting for my flow. So I think that's it. If there are any questions, just ask them below. So this method worked really well on an airplane also. So I just had 2 of these bags whenever I last flew. So I was expecting my period, so I did like the first bag. I did mostly panty liners, a couple moderates, and then a couple heavy pads. And then in the other bag, I just did moderates and heavies. And it worked really well for me because I wore my panty liners throughout the flight. And then like halfway through our flight, I started my period. So I just switched out my bags. So I put the bag with all the panty liners into my carry-on suitcase up above us. And then I pulled out, you know, the bag with all of the moderate and heavy pads. So that's how I've used that. I've also done a road trip. It was just a 1-day road trip, but it still worked really well, because it was just me and the kids for both of those travels. So that's how I like to organize my pads. If you're doing a cup, you could do your cup and then just a couple cleaning items in one bag, and whenever you use, you know, like your panty liners or whatever up in one bag, then you could switch bags. So that's also helpful. So that way you're not having all of your personal stuff out for everyone to see while you get organized. Alright, so I will be putting links below. If there are any questions or comments, just let me know.